Joining me for episode 7 of Striking from Home is a 12-time PBA titleist, including 2 majors, a Saginaw Valley State alumni, as well as 2020's most popular bowling interviewee, Bill O'Neill. How's it going, sir?
I'm doing all right, man. How are you? Thanks for having
I
me
am
on.
good. Absolutely. Thank you for joining me today. I
Yeah.
really appreciate it. So I have some questions lined up for you, so we can kind of jump into that. Number one is, what's the most interesting or exciting thing that you've done since the shutdown began?
Oh, that is a difficult question because there is not many exciting things uh, happening. I've used this time to literally just straighten my house completely. With 2 young children, it is impossible to keep straight and organized. So we've used that time to organize the house. And if you are a homeowner with children, you value the organization a little bit because it can be. That is certainly not interesting, I would say, in really any way. I guess we just got a pool, so I guess that would be something that would be cool. We've been trying to do that for like a year, and then the COVID thing happened, and it kind of slowed everything down. And we're still going through that process, but we have a shell in the ground
There you
with some
go.
water
Absolutely.
currently. So
I love
that's
that.
definitely the most exciting thing that's happened to us.
All right. So we know that you live in Pennsylvania, but you live on the eastern side. And as my fans know, I am a big Pittsburgh Penguins supporter, West Side, Best Side. And I know you're not much of a hockey fan, right?
I would follow a little bit, but yeah, I
Okay.
wouldn't consider myself a rabid fan.
Yeah, but I definitely know. Shout out to you living on the eastern side of Pennsylvania. And how are things there?
Yeah, it's things were slowly opening back up. We were shut down for most of March, April, and for the most of May, and um, things are a little bit more under control here, and now things are spiking a little bit more around the country than they are here, and yeah, so we're kind of getting back into the swing like a little bit. There's a lot of discussions going on about school, what's going to happen there. With my wife's a first grade teacher. My brother teaches, high school, middle school, phys ed, health and phys ed. So we trying to go through all that around here and see what's going on. So it's still pretty stressful time, even though things are a little bit quieter now.
Okay, all right. So, kind of switch subjects a little bit, go to the PBA League. And so tell us, what are your thoughts on the Dallas Strikers for this year?
I'm happy with the way that the draft turned out. We were really hoping that Brad Miller fell back down to us. We really enjoyed having him on the team last year, and I know Norm likes to keep, if he can, he would have kept the same team every
Yeah,
year
for
from the time
sure.
we started with BJ Moore, and if we would have been able to do that, he loved it. So like I think having Brad back, and the team chemistry and continuity is something that's really really important, especially when you're only bowling two Baker games, so you have to be like really quick with
Yeah,
adjustments, and you have to kind of know the guys, and Norm's able to kind of get a feel of people, and understand what makes them comfortable and where to put them in the lineup, and all things that are super important when you're only throwing 2 shots a game.
absolutely. And so recently we saw the league draft for the women's teams, the Phoenix Fury and the Miami Waves. So, what are your thoughts on the women joining the PBA League?
I mean, it's gonna be fun. I think it's like a breath of fresh air for the league, and have some more different participants, and especially the women. I mean, you have 10 of the best women in the world, and
Yeah.
it should be really, really entertaining. So I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. So last week we heard that Stu Williams kind of called out the Dallas Strikers a little bit, and he was kind of complaining that Norm Duke was able to be the only player manager in the league. So how do you see Norm's position in the PBA league, and do you view it as an advantage for your team?
It's funny because who is on a team with Jason Belmonte, who is basically a player manager of the entire PBA. I mean, so like that's kind of ironic that but maybe you can make an argument like that if you're not on the team with the best bowler in the world, that you can complain and cry sour grapes, from about another team. So I think the irony there is funny. Um, but I guess I see his point. Of he's talking about the way it all happened with the draft, and Norm was able to. I think it was a while ago, but I think if I remember right, Norm was like the way he was slotted with the points and everything. He was like a fourth round pick, and he was able to draft himself in the back end of that round, and all kind of set up. So he was able to draft, me at the end of the first round and Tommy at the beginning of the second in that particular draft. So yeah, certainly. I mean, certainly, favored to us in that moment. But I mean, at this point, Norm's like 55 years old. You know,
Yes.
so you're bowling with the best bowler in the world, and Norm is obviously one of the greatest of all time. But he's 55. So I think Stu, Stu always has to have something to complain about. So I think this is, that was probably just the thing that was on his mind at the moment.
Yes, and I have to say, I mean, the credibility is on your side because the Dallas Strikers happen to have more Elias Cup titles than the LAX do.
Well, I think that's probably his point. Yeah.
Yes, probably. That's probably where it stems from. So my final question for you is: as we know, you're very close with Jason Belmonte, as we were talking a minute ago. You brought up Jason, and he lives in Australia. And so, have you talked to him any about being able to travel for the PBA League in September?
No, I don't know what I know. He wasn't able to travel to any of the events that we're doing in Florida last month or this month. But I'm not sure what's going on there, and about the league. I'm not even sure if he knows. But I haven't spoken to him in a few weeks, so I don't know. If anything's loosened up over there or not. Hopefully they can. We can do it because I think it would be. It would be unfair, and it would be. That's something that would be. Stu would have a legitimate complaint about if
Yes.
Tomo and the other international guys, because the league would be certainly missing out if guys like Jesper and Dom Barrett, we're not able to come over. So hopefully we can get everybody in for the event.
Absolutely, and I even believe that there's 2 or 3 women that live internationally that got drafted in the league as well, specifically Colombians as well. I know, so that would be very unfortunate if they were unable to somehow get over here for the PBA League. All right, so my next segment is a little mini game based on the Dallas Strikers, which you're a part of for this year. So there are going to be 5 questions, and I'm going to have multiple choice answers for you. And if you answer correctly, you get 1 point, and if you answer incorrectly, you get 0.
All
Are you
right.
ready, Bill?
Yeah.
All
I'm
right,
probably
so
terrible at this game. My memory is terrible when it comes to this
well,
stuff.
I will tell you, in the lead right now is Stu Williams, actually. He got all 5 right for the LAX trivia. And under that is AJ Johnson. He got 4 out of 5. And in last is Sean Rash with 0 out of 5.
Oh wow,
Yes.
that
So
seems harder than 5.
yes. So let's kind of dive in. So
All
number
right.
1, what year was the first ever PBA event held in Dallas, Texas? Is it A, 1961, B, 1970, C, 1983, or D, 1966?
I'm gonna go with 1970. Was that B?
That is incorrect. It was 1961 with the All-American Classic. All right, you still got this, though. You can still get 4 right. You can still get 4. I believe in you.
You give me four more questions like that, I'm taking it over.
They're going to be a little different. A lot of them are sports-based because Dallas has a lot of sports influence.
Oh,
So,
these are City of Dallas questions. Oh boy.
like
All right.
Dallas, Texas, yeah. Like the
All right.
related was there is one based on the word striker, but we'll get into that.
All right.
So now I really hope that you know this one though. You got to know this one. Which 2020 Dallas Striker team member was born in Texas? This one's not going to be multiple choice because there's only 4 other team members that you have.
Norm Duke.
It was. You're correct. There's
Yeah.
a point for Bill O'Neill.
Right.
Yes, he's on the board, currently ahead of Sean Rash. All right, so number 3. Which of the following sports has a position called striker? Is it A, hockey, B, baseball, C, polo, or D, soccer?
It's soccer.
It is. That is correct. 2 points for Bill. Awesome job. All right, number 4. Which of the following was an original team name of the Dallas Cowboys? Was it A, the Dallas Longhorns, B, the Dallas Outlaws, C, the Dallas Steers, or D, the Dallas Wranglers?
Oh boy, I have no idea. They all kind of make sense.
Living in Texas.
I guess this is what it feels like to be on that show, The Wall. Have you ever seen that?
Yes, I have, yes.
I'm stalling right now is what I'm doing. I'm gonna go with the Wranglers.
It was not. That is incorrect. It's the Dallas Steers. That was the
Steers.
original team
That
name.
would have been the last one I chose. So okay.
Yeah, I living in Texas myself. I was able to come up with some pretty Texan answers there to throw you off.
Yeah.
All right, so number 5. Here's your chance to get a total of 3 points if you get this right. All right, so what professional sports team founded in Dallas and is no longer located in the state of Texas? Is it A, the Kansas City Chiefs, B, the Boston Bruins, C, the Portland Trailblazers, or D, the Oakland Athletics?
Oh boy. Originally Dallas.
It was originally founded in Dallas, Texas.
All right. So read it to me again.
Okay, so the answers are A, Kansas City Chiefs, B, Boston Bruins, C, the Portland Trailblazers, or D, the Oakland Athletics.
Uh, I don't think the Bruins make any sense, but that's probably the right answer. But it's not. I don't think the Bruins make sense. Uh, Trying to think of like off-brand cities. Would be like super major. So you would have Portland, Kansas City. I'm gonna go. What was it? Portland, the Chiefs, and what was the fourth one? Not the
Oakland
Bruins.
Athletics.
Let's go with the Athletics.
It was not the Oakland Athletics. It was the Kansas City Chiefs.
That was gonna be my second. Yeah.
They were originally called the Dallas Texans before they moved to Kansas City.
Yeah.
So there you go. Bill O'Neill getting 2 out of 5 points in
Yeah, I knew I
today's
was
show.
going to do that.
It's okay. You still placed higher than Sean Rash. You tied with Josh Blanchard at 2.
Okay.
So, yes,
Right.
Josh Blanchard didn't fare too well with Motown music trivia. But
Oh, see that if I'd have had that one, I'd probably have been better off.
yes, absolutely. Me too. I love some Motown.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so that pretty much concludes today's episode. I want to say thank you so much to Bill O'Neill. Is there anything else that you'd like to shout out or add?
Yeah, obviously always shouting out Hammer Bowling, Vice Inserts,
Part of
two companies that yeah, they really take care of me. They've been taking care of me for a long time, and looking forward to bowling in the tour finals and the King of the Lanes this upcoming week, and hopefully get down there and use that redemption solid as I've been known to throw a few times, and keep the strikes going.
Heck yeah, that's right. Well, once again, I want to say thank you to Bill O'Neill for joining me on today's episode. And for everybody watching, be sure to subscribe below and leave a like and check back for next week's episode for episode 8. All right.
Yeah, no problem. See you.